Good morning. Thanks for joining me here. I'm Reed, back at Orchestra Farm for a quick little morning. Probably just eating some Josta berries, to be honest. And it was a great thing over the weekend where I actually had 2 days off in a row from work, so I got a bunch of house projects done. Hopefully you've checked out my video on making some compost over the weekend, where I set up something of a biodigester. And my wife yesterday was like, "Oh, you've had 3 days off." And I was a bit like, well, not exactly. And what she meant was, on Mondays we have a farm day where we live. We live with 16 people. Half of them are children. That is crazy. And here's the Josta berries. And we get together on Monday and do stuff around the land together. So there's a tree that fell down right beside a primary driving gate, and it was over a path as well. I love these things. And that had to get chopped down. In the morning we have a little meeting, hear what's going on for people, and then do some logistics around life together, like, is anybody else going to move here? And if so, who, and how is that going to play out and work? And I think it's actually really important, if you're going to try to live together, that you need to have a day a week when you get together. Frankly, the more times you can get together, in a certain regard, the better. Because without those usual check-in moments, it's like, are you actually, living together and sharing this life? But we can also miss 2 a month. And with that, it's rare that we're all actually there. And frankly, the kid dynamics seem like they pull people away from the group on a pretty regular basis. And so it's very rare that we're all actually together in a given moment. Well, some pots here. And with that, sometimes I question, like, how well is this working for us to actually be together? And I'm certainly guilty of having to work for those at least missing 2, and sometimes I miss the 3rd day depending on the season and how busy life is. But that interesting thing of, different people's perspectives, like my wife thinking, it's a day off, and me thinking, actually, most of the day is preoccupied with other people's things. And it's one thing for me to have a day off and do chores and stuff around the house and the area that I live in that are in a certain way self-focused. But I actually see the farm day as like a necessary thing that doesn't exactly include a day off, although it's very different than work. And that is a nice thing, but it's a different category. It's good to have the different categories and to recognize when you're getting stuff done for yourself or for others, or like what part of yourself it's nourishing, and try to balance out all the different pieces. So with that, I hope you're making time for all the people in your life. Hope that you're finding time for yourself and accomplishing your next goals. With that, have too much fun.